Oh, that's because it snaps to the center. Because that's where you measure to. In that case, you should be measuring from you to your target.
Yeah, if I do that, it moves me.
If you do that, it won't reach. That's because you don't have the range.
I didn't say it won't reach, I said it moves me.
Ah,
That's why I've been doing this.
that's fine. That's 30 feet.
Yeah, so if I do a line, I should be able to angle it slightly to hit all three. So that's what
Rose, why are you going at an angle? I told you, if you go straight ahead, you're going to hit all three of those.
okay,
You don't
sass.
have to do an angle,
Yeah, so I'm
which
gonna
would
hit.
most likely hit less of them.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for all three.
Perfect.
So, A, breath.
I think I may have turned her into an overthinker. Holy Christ. Normally she's like, I'm in there, guns blazing. You don't use guns. I don't care.
Right.
Maybe a bit. It's not my initiative first.
No, it's not the first. But you were doing stuff. So I was letting you. Because you were
Well,
the one in the doorway, so nobody's going past you to get into the room.
fair.
Right?
So
So
this.
right now, we're on your initiative road. And
Okay.
we're on initiative pass 8. Because that's where we're starting the combat, because nobody was pushing past you into the room. Right?
That's fair.
Good, good, good. Now, what are your rolls?
Damage 20, DC, dex save 17.
DC 17 dex. A fail, a pass, and a fail. Holy shit, one of them passed. You rolled a
So,
natural 18.
10 for the one that passed, 20 for those that didn't.
All right. So the middle one is the one that passed. He looks singed, but not super bothered. The other two, however, you like scorched off the first one's whole left side, except for like part of his leg is holding him up standing, but he's missing his left arm right now. It burnt and sizzled off. The one in the back, you hit him directly in the chest and melted, sort of melted away some of it. Like you burnt the brambles and he's smoldering right now. Because you're fire, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, they seem to have taken a good amount of damage. And look, you're moving.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if I can get behind the pillars. Because they were like lines. Or walls, because who
Measure
knows.
path. Do, do,
Okay,
do, 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 do.
yeah. No. So, do. That won't work.
It doesn't do diagonals very well, so.
Can I go from there to there? I might just go. I
You
might just
started
go there.
here, and you
Yeah.
go there, there, there. You could go here. There's not enough space to really stand there easily, but you could get there and stand there enough to attack this guy, which would allow you to move into their space if they die.
Fair.
So yes, you could move to that spot is as long as your attack on that one hits
Cool. So I'm
and
gonna
kills.
go. Try and go here. Go kind of in between.
Otherwise,
Left.
you'll be precariously perched in there, which was perfectly acceptable also.
No. All right. And my extra attack. Cause I forgot about that last time.
Does your breath weapon count as an attack or an action?
Action.
Okay, so
Attack
your
action specifically.
Attack
But
action, so that means if you have multiple attacks, you can still use them.
yes.
If you
So
have two attacks, you can still hit it once. Yes.
yeah, I believe I have. Yeah, I have extra attack. So hi ho, attacking I go.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that last time. So and a glaive.
Also, don't forget that your glaive does an additional 1d8 radiant damage because you have the radiant strike ability.
Right.
Though I can tell you right now, you didn't need it.
I'm gonna take it anyway, cause fuck it.
You could have killed it with that 2 damage.
So my brain
Cool.
kind of shut down for a second. This is a surprise round, right?
No.
Technically, yes.
Uh,
It is a very
Okay.
much a surprise round. So Laz just kicked down the door, ran in, breathed fire on 3 of them, ran around a pillar, slashed the last one. By the way, you absolutely demolished him, Rose.
Sweet.
You are you are now standing in his spot.
Thank you. And then as a bonus action, I will roar!
Roar as in intimidate.
Roar and then dragon roar from my armor. Because that's not a per day, that is a bonus action.
And he does what again?
They need to make a 18 DC wisdom save. Or become frightened of me. End of my next turn.
I managed to tweak that ability.
Yeah, you might. I'm using it while I got it.
One of them succeeded.
Cool.
Actually, 2 of them succeeded. That had to roll for the last one. All right. So they're 2 of them are not moving. The other, you'll figure out which 2 are afraid of you in a moment.
Mm. And that's my turn.
All right.
Which means
Needle
it's
Blight. It would be going if he wasn't already dead. Then it would be Mir if she was here. Hey, ZZ, you back? I know she's deafened. You can't. I figured she'd like accidentally deafened herself and just hasn't noticed yet.
well, I poked her now twice, so we'll see.
So I have 2, so she's away from her phone, so it's all good. No worries.
Alright, so top of the initiative.
Correct. We're at the beginning of the real initiative round now, but before we do that, we're actually going to do the fake initiative round because the others still get to act. They just did it out of order, and then we'll go back to the top.
Back. So that means Garrett first.
Yes, Garrett. Before the surprise round is over, you get to quickly do something. What would you like to do? Would you like to send Raisins to position herself first as a bonus action or whatever it is? Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Yeah, he'll send raisins to help Laz.
All right. Where would you like to send Raisins to? You can see the map now, but I'll move Raisins if you need me to.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm just
Yep, no worries, no worries.
gotta reload the map because
As on
it went
mobile.
white.
Yeah, because mobile. The mobile's like, oh my god, I gotta save data.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. All right.
Up,
Yeah,
okay, I'll put Raisins back to where he started, just because you moved him once, but then kept moving. All right.
That was my bad. I was trying to move my map.
To about there.
Yep.
Okay, so
Here's the help action.
Raisins
Yeah.
move is how much is that?
30, I think.
30. I think Raisins actually started. Yes, Raisins was here. So boom,
Yep.
boom, 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 boom. That's 35 to there from where you started. But Raisins should have 40 feet of movement, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Yeah.
So
I
you could
think.
move. So you could move to the square with the 8 on it if you wanted with Raisin.
Okay, yeah. She'll just go right beside
Just go
Laz.
beside Laz. That works
Yeah.
perfect.
Pat. Good go.
And then Garrett is going to shoot over Laz's
Over
head in
Laz.
between his
Yep.
Shoot either over his head or between his legs, whatever comes first.
You guys have
Yo,
set up a
Laz,
signal in the
duck!
past. When you whistle a certain way, Laz knows to move to the left.
Right. And then he'll start shooting the critter like
Yep.
in front of him.
Perfect. Perfect.
All right. Sneak attack. I crit.
Very
Ooh,
nice.
sexy damage.
Could you
Mhm.
roll me a d10, but first pick high or low?
High.
Okay, now roll a d10.
1.
Ooh, low. It didn't pierce the guy behind him. Just
Okay.
missed him. Embedded itself in the wall behind the. By the way, you heard the sound of metal, the arrowhead hitting stone. That ricochet that you expected wasn't there. It thunked on stone. It's like a big solid wham, and you were like, "Whoa, that was not quite the noise I expected, but neat." Something just stabbed me in the foot.
He's going to shoot him again. 21.
Not quite as impressive as a hit, but that hits the second one and does a decent amount of damage to him.
Then he's going to move his happy ass to the middle mushroom.
Perfect, perfect.
And depending on how big it is, he is going to go.
Those are tall enough for you to hide behind.
All right, 33. He becomes the mushroom.
You just turned blue.
Yep.
I thought for some reason you have this strange song that suddenly started in your head. So it goes
I'm
something like
blue,
la
da
la
ba
la
doo
la la
ba da
la
da
la
ba dee
la
da
la
ba
la
da
la.
da ba dee da boo da.
Not that song. La 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 la.
Oh, yeah.
You feel the urge to
That
put
was
on a
also
red hat.
that wasn't the song I was thinking of. I was thinking of the Oompa Loompa song for some reason.
Oompa, oompa.
Yeah, but they're not
oompa
blue.
dee. That works also. Like the Oompa Loompas, the Smurfs, or
The
all
blue
right.
man.
So you can see all of your opponents, minus the corpse that's under Laz's feet. You brutal monster, you.
That's
They were just
definitely
living their
that's me.
lives.
Yep.
They're
All right,
dead
so
and
that
they're
was
in my way.
Garrett's turn. Next, we go into Voslin's turn. It is your surprise round turn, sir.
All right, so Voslin is going to go towards the door over here and just kind of notice those 4 over there. And without really much to care, he's going to aim for. Is there a ping option on here?
Right click with your mouse, and it does this.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna use blue then. Oh, my bad.
I'm not sure if it picks a color. I don't know.
So I'm gonna
It
hit this
does
one,
off of
this one.
Mhm.
What was that, Rose?
if you go to your pointer,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
You can change the
it'll-
color.
Oh wait,
Ah.
no, sorry, it's under your player color.
Oh,
Player
okay.
color? Okay.
Interesting. Anyways, I'm gonna hit this one, and this one over here with Scorching Ray.
Perfect.
That's some weak sauce damage there.
That is some weak sauce damage. I will not lie. Which one was that against? That was the first one, closest to the right, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And it was -I for no spell cast, for no spell slot
Yes.
used.
Mhm.
All right.
No, if you do -RR or whatever the number, then you do it 3 times.
No, I already did. I just had to get the first one off, and then the other two for no spell slot usage. So
So if you do
14.
minus RR, you don't do extra spell slots.
Alright, so
Good to know.
that 10 is not a hit,
And I'm guessing that
but
14 isn't either.
everything else is.
Oh, okay then. And given that this right here, I'm pretty sure is at least about 30 from me at the bare minimum. Yeah, 20. Um, for a bonus action, he's going to hit that creature with Sorcerer's Burst, and
Okay.
he's going to make it a. Just because he's going to make that as an acid damage.
Alright. It does not appear to have any resistance to acid.
I'm sorry, that was not what I wanted to use. I need to bring back that. I meant to cast Sorcerer, not Scorching.
Mm,
There we
bravo.
go, Sorcerer's Burst.
All good, all good.
Okay.
And to get your spell slot back, it's...
All right, so you do the sorcerer's burst on that one after having pinged him with that first little tiddly bit of damage. He has not taken any damage so far, but he looks rather wrecked by what you've done to him so far. Yes, this is a not so strong fight, intentionally. Warm up, one might call it.
Yeah. Just got to get a feel for that type of damage. But yeah, that's his turn.
Also, it gives you a sense of what's to come in this dungeon. So that makes it needle blights. All right. Da, 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 da.
Back to the actual start of the initiative.
Because I don't think anyone else could go on the surprise turn. Nope.
Yeah, because
Nope.
We go that.
Done.
Now we start at the very, very beginning, and it's needle blight 1, which in this case is this hurtin' fellow here. Na 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 na. He is lucky contestant number uno. Where did I put my details for him? There he is. Good sir, let's tell the people what they've won today. A
Why do I
30-foot
pic-
sphere.
Why do I picture like with my first attack, Laz like felt the wind on that thing and just ass cheeks puckered, like asshole just puckered, like if that would have missed,
Okay, so glad you know where you're aiming.
I'm going to ask Rosie
Meow.
to pick odd or even 4 times.
Even, odd, even. Ha! I picked odd for the odd one. That's funny.
And the funny part is, they half like you. All right,
Neener,
so
neener.
Rose, this fellow here,
Uh-huh.
and this fellow here
Uh-huh.
suddenly did some sort of Super Saiyan move and fired needles at you.
Okay.
The other two did the same thing, but towards Voslin.
I don't think I can stop it when it's coming
So
past
technically, I don't think I did that right. So these two, sorry, are attacking you, Rose.
me. Uh-huh.
These two are attacking Voslin. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Don't worry, this ability isn't usable very often, but I think you guys are going to make your saves anyways. Could I get you guys to do a DC? No, I don't tell you the DC. A Dex save.
+6,
All of us?
remember, Voslin.
Just Voslin and Laz.
Laz.
Sorry, Dasha. Didn't mean to startle you. You're like,
Dex
what?
save. Dex save. 19 in total.
Very
Dash.
nice.
Wow.
Gosh, we need a deck save.
Sorry about that. Had a
I'll
phone
do
call from my mom. Deck save
it.
coming through.
How dare she call you when you're doing such important thing? No, no, no. Your mom's way more important.
And he got a 19
Don't-
before the extra
don't tell her I
+6.
joked like that. I don't want to get
She
murdered
would
in my sleep
laugh
or
at
something.
that joke.
Depends.
All right.
Depends.
Deck save. All right. Both of you made your deck saves, so you only take half damage. So I'm
Cool.
going to roll the damage as one big thing here.
17, so 16.
It would have
sorry.
been 17 damage. Both you saved, so half of that. 8. So 2 of them go bzz at one of you, and the other 2 go bzz at the other one, and then they move.
They shoot their loads.
Yes,
Hey.
they fire their thorny goodness. So, that's not the 2 I need. This one is moving over here, and this one is moving over here.
So those
Let's
2
double
aren't.
check these movements. Don't be cheating on my players here. How much speed did I give them? Oh yeah, they couldn't have made it that far. Let me double check distances. Ba, 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 ba. Ah. Ba, 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 ba. So this one can get to here, I think. 5, 10, 15, 20. Isn't that? Yeah, they
Yeah,
can
that's
move that
20.
distance. 5, 10, 15, 20. You'll go there. And then this one goes here, and this one goes here. Raisins, look out!
No, not the raisins.
Mm-hmm. Raisin's gonna become dried raisin.
Okay,
Don't become a prune!
that one.
Don't forget, Laz, you are able to maneuver yourself around things to
Mm-hmm.
get into a better position if you need to.
Hey, Neil, did anything come... This one over here.
What about it?
Did it pass within this measurement line at all during its movement?
It started here, came up here, went this way.
Then yeah. So I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity on
Okay,
this one
yeah,
with my glaive, with my sentinel.
right there. I figured. And your glaive ability to go poke. Hey, you walked through my zone,
Yep.
bitch.
Polar mastery. For a
Okay.
20. For 17 damage.
Nice dirty 20, but don't forget to add your D8.
Mm.
But you don't need to because it's dead.
Thank you for the reminder.
Last one, heard the doggo. Oak.
No. You don't go near my elf. No touch
Well,
my
actually,
elf.
you could have done that to the one that you just hit, or you could have done that to the one that walked in front of Raisin. You want to make
Nope.
choose differently?
Nope.
Okay. Raisins, you're on your own.
Because I'm
But
a bigger...
I can guarantee that if that thing hits you, Laz will retaliate.
I was gonna say, I'm a bigger threat anyway.
Laz just goes all John Wick because Raisins gets hurt.
Pretty much. All right, so that guy's done. That guy's moved over to there. I guess that means this one could have moved there now instead. No, it's there. Why is it moving the map?
I don't
Sorry, it was me.
know!
No, I was trying to move something on the map, and it wasn't letting. Oh, I know why. Because I put them on
Wrong
the
layer?
inside of that pillar. So that one would have moved there instead, since you killed that one.
Uh-huh.
That makes it Garrett's turn again.
All right, he is going to shoot the one that just moved right in the line of sight.
You're like, wait a minute,
This-
you're beside my dog, and because
I'm guessing
you
that's
have
the one.
an ally
Oh.
within 5 feet of somebody. Oh, that one?
Oh yeah,
That one's good too.
no, the one with the red dot in front of it.
This one? Yeah.
Yes.
That one is not going to make it very far now, is it?
No, it's not.
Make your attack roll, Monsieur Halfling.
All right. Le short bow. Le snake.
Le boom boom.
La boom
Le
boom.
boom boom boom. Le boom boom boom.
Boom boom boom. Gotta get that boom
Dirty
boom
20
boom.
for 25 damage.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
dead.
pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. Yes, you've killed it. You have ended it. You have
All right.
righteously turned it into a pile of twigs.
And then the douchebag in front of raisins. I'm gonna shoot as well.
Okay,
Because extra attack at our
Yep.
exactly.
24 to hit.
Oh, it's hits. That's a hit. That's definitely
Try damage though.
not as much damage. She's not quite dead. In fact, doesn't
And
look that hurt at all. But I think Raisins might be able to finish that herself. To be honest.
yeah,
Right.
she'll bite the bastard.
Going to use your bonus action to have Raisins attack.
Yep.
Perfect.
Alright, so 1d8.
Raisins, may you attack for me. By the way, you do have a stat block for raisins on your sheet.
Would you get pack tactics or no?
I don't think mastiffs get pack tactics,
not to my knowledge.
but I would allow you to train her for it at some point.
Alright. 22 to hit.
Nice, very solid hit.
And then just like attaches herself to like the thing's leg. That's and then just
Angry dog noise.
shoot damage though.
You do, as a K9, in my opinion, have the ability wolves and direwolves have, though. You've now just made that thing prone.
Alright. And then
However, in the process, Raisins has
Mhm.
taken 1 point of damage.
alright.
They do have thorns.
The thorns. And then for Garrett's, because he's a halfling and he can do it anyway, he is going to hide.
He's going to kapoof.
Yes, because he's a halfling and he can do it anyway.
I think so. Yeah.
Because
Dasher on deck.
30. That's me.
All right, you are gone. Okay, Falzlin, the two things that started running at you after shooting you with thorns have been vanquished. There is two more of them in front of Laz and Raisins. Got green flaming blading. Nice, nice.
Yep. So Boston is just gonna kind of like, oh god damn it, really, really? That's some bullshit.
That is some
You
bull.
have luck
That's some
points.
bows.
uh, these guys are too weak to use a luck point on, so I'm not gonna waste my
That's
time on a
fair.
luck point with that. That being said, though,
Why
I
is there a chicken
can
foot
at
on my
least
map?
That was the
I
arrow.
can waste a single level 1 spell slot. And as he choose one of the D8.
That is the
So,
arrow that got stuck in the wall.
Oh, okay. I was like, why did you mark an arrow?
Chicken is not for you. Fish is not for you. Get the fuck out.
Hey Sheba, I'll share fish with you. I'll go get us some tuna right now.
so this right here, according to what I'm seeing on here, should be lightning damage.
Okay.
So for hitting at a 24, dealing 11 damage of lightning.
Perfect. And which
And
one of them were you going for specifically?
I
The one
am
on the
going
bottom or the
for
one on the top?
going for the one at the bottom.
On the one on the bottom. She's going for the bottom.
Yep.
All right. So that is a Zot and a bitch and a zoop and a meowf. I didn't mean to say bitch, but okay.
Apparently your brain thought someone's a bitch.
Oh, I don't know what
I
it
mean,
thought,
maybe.
but it Bezorch, maybe. Anyways, it doesn't die, is what I'm trying to get at. It looks hurt. Very, very hurt. Yes. That is the outcome. It's bloodied.
Their turn.
Bum, bum, bum. So, they're both going to attack. Actually, screw it. I'm going to do this the arbitrary way. Rose, pick odd or even.
Even.
Rose, pick odd or even.
Odd.
They're both attacking you.
Woo! That makes me happy.
All right. So, Mr. Needleblight. Oh, I guess I should have rolled to see if they got that ability back. Oh my god, one of them got it. Cursed dice give them both their thorn of attack back. Well, it's not really any point to doing that at the moment because you are beside them and they're just going to attack you. And that's the first attack. That's the second attack. And you might as well finish them off now because they're useless. I rolled a 5 and a 2 for the first set of attacks, and a 2 and a 5 for the second set of attacks.
Wow! Oh, no, that's great. I picked the wrong thing. Hold on.
It's like, what are the odds? A 5 and a 2 and a 2 and a 5.
There we go. 13 to hit,
So
16 to hit. First one's a critical. Second
you
one.
killed the first one with the first attack, and the second one with the second attack. It's that simple. You did enough damage to do that.
Wait, was that the one that
I
Yep.
Raisins
murdered
knocked down?
them.
Yep. No, there was
Why
one
is
more.
that an advantage?
I don't need it. I appreciate it.
Well, because it was prone.
The one attack should have had advantage. Yes, you're right.
I mean, I'll
Yeah.
take the advantage and see if I can get another crit out of shits
You
and
don't
giggles.
need to, Rose, but you can if you want.
Out of shits and giggles. No, but I got a near crit.
Yes, you absolutely destroyed the brambles that were in this room, aka thorn blades.
Da-na-na-na.
All right, so I didn't think this particular dungeon was going to be a fast one to do, but I think the pacing is a little. I think we're good. I think this is going to be a slow run. Just to warn you guys.
No worries.
Perfect. All right, so you've killed those. Boom, and you've killed. Would you quit deleting my stuff? I don't delete them. I think she's a DM or something.
I'm trying to help.
Rosie, try not to help when you're
Hey, we do it for each other's games. This is how we do.
I'm
well, no,
not
I mean,
mad at.
try
I'm not mad at
try
her in
not
the
to help when
least.
you're under the influence of the devil lettuce.
Right? Like, holy cow.
I
Anyways,
would have done it if
so
I wasn't under that.
Tasha,
Yes.
this is combat technically has ended, but it hasn't ended yet. The DM is taking control of Raisins for a second.
Oh, okay.
Raisins starts sniffing around. And suddenly,
Okay.
why did the map move again? And suddenly, why is the map moving?
That's because I am moving my site.
No, you're not. I'm trying to move a token and the map is
Sorry.
moving. Why the fuck? What have you done to my map?
Okay, I'm not touching it anymore.
I can't pick up tokens. I can pick up Garrett. Can't I pick up?
Oh, hold on.
Alright.
Let me move out of that work.
Can you turn off your aura? Don't need it on for the moment. Or figure out how to get it behind things, maybe.
There.
We get to that point at some point.
Anyways,
All right.
be careful where you move your thing there, Rosie. Because
All right.
raisins. Nope,
Yep.
I still can't move raisins. There we go. Oh, it's because I was on a fucking pillar. Fucking pillar.
That
Anyways,
explains a
raisins
lot.
moves here, here, and then here. I didn't. You little. No, I'm gonna smack some.
All right.
Bye. Bye.
Raisins.
Garrett goes, what?
Yeah,
Chases
Garrett
after
goes.
chases after raisin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Just
Lawson is
raisin.
gonna.
Where are you going? I'm sorry.
Lawson just sees that and goes, "Are we really doing this?"
Yeah, kind of walks and goes, yeah, I guess. And follows.
Raisin is up there. Garrett is over here
Yep.
when Laz gets into the room and is here. Garrett, you see that thingy that's on the floor.
Okay.
You're having fun checking out the room, Boslin?
Pretty much before he decides to
You,
go. Make sure
you see this
nothing
thing
trying to
that's on the
follow.
floor. It is about the size of a melon, I guess.
All right.
But it looks important, and it's not on the floor, actually. It's on a pedestal designed for it. It doesn't
He'll.
look like anything bad would happen if you take it off of there. Like it's not bolted down. There's not big warning signs. You do not see any obvious traps or any unobvious traps for that matter.
Voslin looks and goes, "You know, I do have Mage Hand I can use to grab it just to be safe."
I think I do too, actually.
You
Garrett
can
will pick
still
it up.
investigate the thing to double check if you want to make sure there's no trap.
Yeah,
I
he'll
do
he'll do
not.
that first, and then he'll pick it up.
Perfect, perfect.
This is
I
not
think
the
that's spell
character
number
with mage hand for once.
Oh
23.
yeah. You detect a small pressure plate under it, but when you try to trace it back to somewhere, you can't see it linked to anything.
Oh, that's
All
actually
right.
really pretty. I want that picture for this. Because I want to use that for some videos. Because that's a gorgeous fucking pink.
He'll pick it up.
All right, you scoop it up. Nothing. Like the room doesn't suddenly fill with acid or anything like that. You just okay. Was
A
it's a
wall doesn't. A wall doesn't
little
open,
lighter
and
than you.
done.
Yeah,
Oh, go
you
ahead.
don't die. So it feels a little bit lighter than you
Okay.
expected, but not bad. It's got a good weight to it. You can
No, I
tell
haven't.
it's a good solid gem in there.
Okay.
If nothing else, you think this is going to pick up a really good price. But at the same time, a part of you says, I'm not going to get to sell this, am I?
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, I'm gonna put it in my
Damn.
pocket because yeah.
Dunk. Laz, I would like you to roll a perception check for me.
Sure! For a whole whopping 7! I'm not the
You
perceptive
did
one.
not notice the halfling put this object in his pocket. You noticed that there is a pedestal there missing something.
I'm gonna walk up to it and take a look at the pedestal.
Could you say anything to Garrett?
Um,
Hey, what was the deal with this pedestal?
I was gonna say, does it look like there was something that was supposed to be on it, other than the fact that there's a trigger?
All right, Tasha. Garrett gets asked the question: do we put something on it or take something off of it?
He goes, we could put something on it. He'll put a rock on it, about the same size and
Look,
weight as the crystal.
looking around, you find a bit of cobble or like cobblestone type thing that
Yep.
in one part that's fallen out of the edge a bit. You're able. It feels about the same weight from
Yep.
what you remember. You're like, yeah, this will work. And you put it down on the pressure plate.
Yep.
All right.
Mm.
That is all that is in this room.
All right. He'll reward Raisins with a treat.
What kind of treat and how are you rewarding her? She's very happy to hear treat. Oh yeah, oh yeah. She's like, you can tell she wants the bacon treat. Well, you know that one that you made. It was that egg thing, kind of like an egg McMuffin bit. You wrapped it in bacon, then you wrapped that in bacon, and then you wrapped that in a little bit more bacon, and cooked the whole thing. Actually,
Yep.
both of you bonded over that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
y'all.
he'll give her one of those.
You're like, you have keep a couple handy from camp visits, and you're like,
Yep.
toss it into the air like a frisbee raisin, jumps, catches, back flips, lands, chomp, 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 chomp.
Yep.
Right.
Boston is just gonna turn around and go like, I'm out of here.
Yep. Laz does the same thing.
Following.
Can I tell if this looks like a fallen wall over here?
So you can investigate the wall.
Sure. See how all this goes. Nope!
About as well as it should.
It is a solid, fully operational wall. There just seems to be fungal growths coming out of the bottom, like between some of the cracks, basically, right? But not in the form of a door. It just seems like fungus of some sort has made its way through the stones of the wall itself.
Looks like are these mushrooms good, like the blue things?
I will take a looky loo and get right back to you. All right, so nature. 14.
All right, so the white mushrooms that Laz is standing beside are actually quite edible. They make it pretty good. Like they're kind of like giant white mushrooms that we have now.
Okay.
One of
He
them
uh
is the size of a small pumpkin.
he goes, these are giant, pretty much giant button mushrooms.
I'm glad I know what you were saying, because
Yeah, sorry,
my brain
It
heard
did cut out just as you
but.
said, but
yeah,
mushrooms. It's like
my
yes.
throat was trying to cough, and at the same time as I was saying button mushrooms.
I
But
thought it was
yeah,
hilarious.
he'll oh yeah, these are edible.
Cool.
That without needing a check, Garrett, you know that red one beside you is not edible, and you should probably tell Laz not to touch it.
He,
I was
yeah,
gonna say, as he's about to say that, I was like, ah! Brain.
Laz goes, don't eat the red one, or you'll be shitting for days.
That. And stomps
Laz
off.
thinks to himself, cuts off a slice of the mushroom, saves it for later.
Yes.
Don't ask.
Yep.
Yes, Laz will cut some of it off carefully to save for later.
All right, Laz, give me a survival check.
Hold on.
Or would you just like to make an attack roll?
I
The
will take
attack
the
roll
attack
method is not
roll.
pretty, by the way.
No, I'll try the survival. I'm probably gonna fail this. Hey, Garrett, can I get some aid on this? Because I do not have this as specialty.
Yep.
Garrett, would you like to give Laz some tips on how to harvest the mushroom like this?
Yep. I will give you
Perfect.
advantage, Rose.
Thank you. Because I'm gonna fucking need it.
Probably.
That's
But you could roll
nature?
really lucky.
No, survival.
Survive.
Yep, survival.
15. Not bad. All right. Garrett, you're impressed. Laz did pretty good for what you assume is his first time touching one of these mushrooms, considering he was going to eat it. But
It's
you
not
do
bad for
know
a city boy.
you do know that this mushroom will clean out his system quite thoroughly. Like he will have one of those nights where he will be looking at things going, I don't remember eating that kobold.
I mean,
Carrots. When did I have carrots last?
Ooh,
You
salad.
know, as a drow, Boston is just gonna take a nice little look at these and go like, can I use this for, let's just say, non-nefarious purposes?
The red mushroom is known amongst your people for its ease of use and simple crafting method into making basic poisons.
He's gonna gather a few of them. I'm glad 21 worked out for that. So he's gonna gather a few of them, put into his pouch, and like, I
All
can
right,
use this for later.
you grab enough to make, let's say, 5 basic poison.
Perfect. Not sure when he's gonna need that, but you never know, right?
Hey, poison can come in very handy. Probably not in this
Exactly.
dungeon, but it can come in very handy.
that's kind
Also,
of the idea why I took
these
it.
blue mushrooms that were in here are similar to the small blue mushrooms you found earlier. They, as Garrett remembers, have healing properties. Rose moves last back. I'm cutting down the damn tree.
No. Laz was gonna say there's more blue ones over here. We should harvest them. I saw you harvesting some earlier, so maybe
Hmm.
harvest these and these.
One thing to
You guys certainly.
that you might want to point out, Garrett, is if you take everything out of an ecosystem, the ecosystem it can
Yeah,
collapse.
yeah. He'll go. Let's leave some of the mushrooms because we don't want to fuck with the ecosystem here.
Isn't the
Ranger thoughts, right?
ecosystem?
Ranger thoughts.
Yes.
I goes pointing to the blight on the ground. Cause that says that the ecosystem's healthy.
You can
He,
actually see
he,
that the vines and the fungus on